What's up, guys? So we're gonna be going autocrossing in this car, and first it needs an alignment. So I'm driving to the alignment shop. It's Friday morning. We're gonna be going autocrossing on Sunday, so we're cutting a little close. Hopefully they can fit us in time. Now I gotta remember which way the alignment shop is. It's been a while. I think I can get it this way? I don't know. For you. Good.
If we can do like 2.5 to 3 degrees negative camber in the front, and then about 2.5 in the rear of negative camber, and then just 0 toe front brake.
0 toe. Okay, so I got the car back, and I got the alignment report, and it's all right. It's good. It's consistent now. It was pretty inconsistent before. So in the front, the camber used to be like 1.6 on the left and 2.9, almost 3 on the right, that's pretty drastic. So they bumped it and evened it out to -1.5 and -1.8, but that should be fine. I don't think I'm actually gonna notice, and we're probably gonna get smoked at autocross anyways. Now let me back up for a second in case you're not familiar with autocross. Now autocross is a race against the clock made in a course full of orange cones, usually in a parking lot. The one that we're going to is right in the parking lot in the middle of downtown, which is pretty cool. But it's a race against the clock, so you want to be the quickest without hitting any cones or going off course. And if you do hit a cone, you get a penalty time added to your run. Autocross is cheap, it's fast paced, it puts a pretty minimal amount of wear on your car. Even though you're racing, you're not beating up your car, and it's probably one of the safest, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it is the safest way of racing. So if you've never pushed your car to the limits, I highly recommend you check out autocross. For me, autocross has made me a much faster driver, a better driver overall, I would say. Way better than before autocross. Now, adding parts to your car is probably going to make you faster, but the fastest way to get faster is the driver's mod. No part is going to make you faster than a fast driver, if that makes sense. Okay, so I have a short list of things I need to get to prep the 8.6 for our race on Sunday. And you take off the SARD wing, because technically it's not allowed. You're not supposed to have rear wings in the STX classification that we're going to be racing in, but I'll talk more about classes in autocross later. I need to finish installing the front bumper. There's a couple, I had to swap out headlights and got to put some more push pins and bolts in to make sure it doesn't fall off in the race. That would be bad. I need to install matching taillights. They just look funny, and I don't want to look funny. And then I need to reinstall the passenger seat because I want ride-alongs in, and David and I are actually going to be competing in autocross, I think. I'm pretty sure he's coming. This is going to be a 2-part series also, so this is prep, and then we're going to have at the autocross race. So you'll have to look forward to the next video whenever I post it next. It'll come soon though. So the reason we can't run the SARD wing is because we're running in the STX class, which is Street Touring Extreme. Like some lightly modified FRSs like to run in that class, but you can also run in street class, which is like stock. It's kind of like Forza with the different lettering systems for the classes for street class, which is like the stock class. You can have an FRS that has like no modifications except for tires. Those will be in D Street. And then if you have like the TRD package with the lowering springs and the sway bars, that'll bump you up to D Street in SCCA autocross. So that doesn't pertain to me because we have coilovers and cool wheels and all the suspension stuff, but they're not allowed to have certain aero mods like a big rear wing. Even though this probably isn't going to make us faster, I got to take it out anyways. Also, if you have a bunch of stuff in your trunk or in your car in general that's loose and could be moving around when you're driving really fast, hard on the brakes, cornering, getting on the accelerator, you should take them out of the car or shove them in the glove box somewhere that they're not going to be flying around inside the cabin or potentially get lodged behind your pedals, and now you can't like brake properly and maybe you could crash. Bad day. Also floor mats. You can't use floor mats when you're racing in autocross. You can take them out, put them on the side, and put them back when you're done autocrossing. That's one of the rules. You gotta take your floor mats out. Now one thing you want to consider when you're autocrossing, this has to do with seats, is your seat belt. Like seat belts are made to keep you from flying through the windshield if you crash. but they don't do a super great job of keeping you in your seat if you're cornering. They're not made for racing. That's why people use race harnesses. But race harnesses are expensive, and if this is your daily driver, may not make sense to have racing harnesses because they're super inconvenient for daily driving. So the best alternative is what's called the CG lock, and I did a video on this. It's pretty cool, it's nifty, it locks like your seatbelt nice and tight. So it still uses your 3-point harness or your 3-point normal seatbelt, but it just keeps you nice and tight, and it gives you, I don't know, a good percentage of the hold of like a racing harness without the racing harness. So not very expensive. So if you're thinking about autocrossing, you want a little advantage, maybe think about picking up the CG lock. Okay, the last couple things on my checklist, we need to make sure the battery's secure. We got the factory clamp on there, so it's not going anywhere. The terminals, negative battery terminal needs to be tightened. I'll get on that. We removed the floor mats, we've torqued the wheels, we've cleaned the interior. Make sure we've got fluid. We've got brake fluid, clutch fluid. We need some radiator coolant. So I'll get on that, and the rest of it should be good. We should be ready to go racing on Sunday. So all the stuff that we did to the 8.6 are basically the same things that you're gonna do to your car before you go autocross. Make sure everything's cleaned, everything's torqued, you got enough fluids. Basically, just make sure you have a safe car. Now, speaking of safety, you do have to wear helmets for autocross, at least in the SCCA, and you need a Snell rated helmet. So like you can do a Snell rated motorcycle helmet. If you have your own, bring it, that'd be great. They also usually have loaners, so if you don't have one, you can still go racing. You can just swap helmets. There's like a community of little helmets you can borrow. And pricing, when you get there, probably only costs like $25 to $45. That's what it costs here in Iowa. When you get into the area, you have to sign a waiver, then you'll have to register, that's what you're gonna pay, then you'll bring your car over to tech, then you just wait in line, you have your driver's meeting. Normally, everybody who's new, they'll raise their hand, they'll go through everything. It's not intimidating, so don't think you're gonna be scared off by all the douchebag racer guys. Everybody there is usually there to help you, so you're gonna have a good time. If you haven't autocrossed before, definitely go try it. I totally recommend it. And we're gonna be going there on Sunday in the next vlog. So once you're done watching this one, wait for the next one, because it's coming shortly. I'll see you guys next time. How does this plug work? It's been a while. Is that it? Nope. This way? Aha. Okay.